I'm Jeff with Chandler Systems, and today we're going to talk about cleaning the meter assembly on one of our water softeners or filters. Now, this is the newest version of our control valve. If you have the previous generation, it's the same style of meter. As long as it has a bypass with blue handles on it, it's going to use the same type of meter assembly. So this procedure will apply to either one of those control valves. So if you notice, this is a softener valve. It shows the time of day, and then it shows the gallons remaining until the next regeneration. So if you ever notice that number, the 4-digit number that's not the time, that's the gallons, if it's ever not counting down, this would indicate that either it's in bypass or your meter, for some reason, is not metering. If you use the mobile app, Legacy View, you might notice that it's not registering your flow or your usage in your status and history page or on the dashboard. This would also be an indication that your meter is not metering. So what you want to do in these instances first is make sure that your system is not in bypass. So if the bypass knobs are pointing at each other straight across like this means that the water is not going through the system, and that's why it's not metering. So you just want to turn each knob 90 degrees counterclockwise, and this will put it into service. So now it should meter. If this is not the case, we're going to want to go ahead and check the meter, and we're going to put it into bypass by turning each knob 90 degrees clockwise, and then we're going to cycle it to backwash to take pressure off the system. So you can do this in the Legacy View app by just clicking Regenerate Now, and this will cycle it to backwash. Since it's in bypass, moving it to backwash will take pressure off of the system. Now, if you don't use the app or you don't have the app, you don't need to use the app to do this. You can just remove the cover, press and hold the set change button until you see 4 zeros, let go, and then press and hold set change again until the motor kicks on like you just heard. Once it shows 1 dash, a 2-digit number, in this case 08 on the display, then it's in the backwash position. So now with it in bypass and in backwash, we can safely take out the meter assembly and check it out. So the meter is located back here. Just unscrew this nut by hand, don't use any tools. And then there's a tab that you can pull onto and just jiggle it and it should pull straight out. And this is the meter impeller. When water exits the unit, it goes through the impeller and the impeller should spin, and that's how it measures your water usage. So this should spin freely. The easiest way to test it out is just to blow on it. And it should spin freely when you blow on it. If it has any kind of debris in there, it could be some sediment or a piece of Teflon tape from startup, anything like that that would prevent it from spinning, just clean it, and as long as it spins freely when you blow on it, it should meter. Now, if the pinion is bent or there's some kind of resistance preventing it from spinning freely, maybe it turns but it won't spin like that, then it's probably not going to meter and will just need to be replaced. But as long as it's clean and able to spin freely like that, once you put it back in and run water through it, we should see the numbers counting down. So once you've got your meter back into the control valve, you can go ahead and cycle the system back to the in-service position. So we're still in step 1. You're just gonna hit go to next regen step, or press and hold the set change button on the board. Either one will move you to the next step, and you just have to move it through the steps until it gets back to service. So step 5 is the final step on this unit. On older softeners, it'll only have 4 steps. Once you move out of the final step, it'll go back to showing the gallons and then the time of day. So if you open a cold tap downstream with the unit in service, it should be registering flow now. If you open up your Legacy View app, you should see current water flow registering on the dashboard. If you aren't using the app, just look at the display, and when it switches from time to the gallons, you'll see a blinking red dot right there, and this indicates that it is measuring flow as well. If you run water for long enough, you'll see the gallons start to count down as you use water. If you've verified that the meter is spinning freely and it's still not registering flow when water is going through it, then you would just need to replace this meter assembly.